is unhinged. I've just I've just spent, well, an hour of my life that I'll never get back listening to his speech, if you want to call it that, in Davos. I just can't get over it. It's just lie after lie after lie. It's mad. Like millions upon millions are being spent taking this guy around the world on his Air Force One with all his helicopters and all of his staff just to make unhinged rants at various world leaders and then go home again. Um, his team have been involved in de escalating some conflicts. He hasn't personally stopped any. Some of the ones he lists weren't even conflicts anyway, there was no fighting. The election was not stolen. Biden won. Um, just calling Putin a friend. This idea that he's got of this board of peace, as he's calling it, he's inviting his friends, anybody he likes, including family members and evil autocratic dictators from around the world, and getting them to join his board of peace. This is supposed to have been a small council that was going to run the operations to rebuild Gaza as an interim stage until final political structure has been figured out. Obviously, Congress in America signed off on this. Like, that's the thing that you need. But he's immediately changed that to become this. It's something that he's trying to make a new UN. He's trying to make an organisation that operates globally, something that he can keep his clause in after his presidency ends, although whether he's going to give that up is anybody's guess. He's trying to come up with a way to assert power for the rest of his life across the world. He's putting together this team of, they're not even allies. Like the president of Belarus, he's on Putin's side in the Ukraine war. Viktor Orban from Hungary. He's a massive fascist, massive, and these are his friends that have joined him on this board. Apparently, the UK has been invited to have a representative. Representatives are all allowed to be there for 3 years, although he, as chair, has the power to appoint, fire, and basically he has absolute authority. I guess what goes on. People get 3 years unless they pay him $1 billion, in which case they get a seat for life. And he has not said that this money is going anywhere other than to him. He wants people to pay to be part of his corrupt, fascist UN contender. And he's going to have this big bloody signing ceremony for it. He's gone beyond the realms of farce to just being absolute insanity. Apparently he's not going to invade Greenland now, and they have some sort of framework. What I've heard, the rumours are that it's going to be something involving pockets of sovereign territory for the purposes of bases. So, kind of like the rules that you have in place for embassies, or there's some existing military sites like that, like the British base in Cyprus. That is British sovereign territory. So I mean, at least that's something. I mean, I don't think anyone really expected him. I didn't expect him to invade um, Greenland. I didn't expect that because I actually think there's a limit to how far he can go domestically without, even the Republicans saying enough's enough. We're not going to invade an ally. We're not going to invade a NATO member. I do think he wants to leave NATO. I think that could happen. I think he wants to replace the UN with his corrupt group of cronies. And I think the 3 year term on appointments, I think, is a very specific amount of time because he's just passed a year into his presidency, which means he has exactly 3 years left. So it means he leaves the presidency still running his group, at which point he will just fire anybody that's remotely liberal and effectively have built his own axis of evil. Fuck me. So yeah. So this video isn't anything about what I'm doing. I've been keeping out of the rain. I've been writing, but mostly I've just been watching in incredulous disbelief. And well, just hoping that at some point common sense will prevail.